Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman posts Wall Street Journal article on how manufacturers are actually leaving China and are finding a home with Indian startups. Wall Street Journal hails India's growth story. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman reposts it on X, formerly known as Twitter. Now, Wall Street Journal report says, and I quote, that India is looking to build up its factory base and venture capital investors are noticing government armed with more positive reports to dent opposition's attack on economy. So, this move, now the report that has been shared by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman can be seen as a dent on opposition's attack on India's economy. I have CNN News 18's Payal Mehta joining me on the phone line. Payal, a very good morning to you. Could this move be seen as a dent on the opposition's claim on attack of the economy of our country, Payal?
Well, of course, yes, the finance minister has shared the article which has been put out by the Wall Street Journal. It's not India's own it's not the manufactured article of the government of India. It very clearly says that because of the poor policies of China, especially the constant lockdowns that have been in place, India has emerged as a hub for manufacturers as well. So it puts out all the data as well. And this is something which the government has constantly been saying, that India is well on track as far as the mission to achieve the $5 trillion economy and also to become the world's largest, third largest economy. That's the promise that the Prime Minister has made at multiple platforms, including the fact that he has said that the moment the government comes to power next year when the elections take place, that will be the prime focus as well. So obviously the opposition parties have hit out very aggressively at the government because the government has no policies and the government has no rules and the government has completely disturbed the economy. But this seems to be an article which has been put up by none other than the finance minister. What the green shoots that one is seeing in the Indian economy, especially vis-a-vis large manufacturers and large big countries like China.
Just for the better perspective of our viewers, could you tell us more about the key takeaways from that particular report that Wall Street Journal does posted? Payal, can you hear me? All right, I think we lost connection with Payal over there. But right now, what we are understanding from the breaking news that we have just received is that Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman posted Wall Street Journal's article on how manufacturers are leaving China and are finding a home within the Indian startups. Now, Wall Street Journal hails India's growth story. Finance Minister reposts this particular article on her X, which is formerly known as Twitter account. Now, Wall Street Journal report says that India is looking to build up its factory base and venture capital investors are noticing that move. Now, government is all armed with more positive reports to dent opposition's attack on economy. Remember, time and again, opposition has been attacking the central government over the economy of our country. But right now, Finance Minister, by reposting this report that has come from the Wall Street Journal, can prove that it is not the case. I have CNN News 18's Payal Mehta back with me on the phone line. Payal, I was just asking that for the better perspective of our viewers, could you walk us through all the key details and highlights from the report that the Finance Minister reposted on her X wall?
Well, it says something very, very clearly that India is turning out to be the preferred destination as far as these manufacturers are concerned, because in the past, even though India had very, very slip and flop, manufacturing policies, but there is a stability that has been brought around that. As far as certain quarters are concerned, they also predict that the exports, as far as India is concerned, is going to increase by 3 times more by 2027. That's the projection that's really coming in, and obviously the policies of the government, the policies, the way in which it's really going, and the fact that China is crippled not only by the constant lockdown that you see because of COVID, but also the fact that they have geopolitical situation and their constant warfare with the West is something which is impacting it as well. So obviously, that is something which is being shared by the finance minister as she shares this report put out by Wall Street Journal.
Well, Payal, concerning how tensed our relations with China are, okay, Payal, I'll request you to please hold on because I have BJP Shehzad Poonawalla joining me on the phone line as well. Shehzad ji, a very good morning to you. How do you look at this move that Finance Minister had just reposted the Wall Street Journal's report saying that India is looking to build up its factory base and venture capital investors are noticing this particular move?
You see, in the last 9 years, there have been a complete transformation of the ecosystem in India, because of which once upon a time there were just 700 startups, but today there are more than 85,000 startups. Unnecessary laws and unnecessary compliances have been done away with. The fact of the matter is that ease of doing business has increased by 79 positions in India, and all of this has led to the contribution of India becoming a much reliable, much more better destination for manufacturing, thanks to Atmanirbhar Bharat and also thanks to the PLI schemes and Make in India program. And this is in fact an endorsement of the entire campaign that has been taken to make India a global manufacturing hub. That's why our exports are at a record high. The fact of the matter is that now the entire world is looking at India as a manufacturing hub. You have iPhone and Samsung manufacturing some of its most sought after phones here. You have phones worth $10 billion being exported from India. India used to be a net importer of mobile phones. Now it has become a manufacturer of mobile phones, and it is the second largest manufacturer of mobile phones in the world. So this is the transformation that has taken place in the last 9 years. And obviously, China, given its situation, has been isolated not just on the diplomatic front, but even on the economic front. You are seeing that people are taking out their manufacturing choices from China and shifting it to India because of India's policies, because of India's 9 years of reforming, performing and transforming, and because India is a democracy that is stable. And this is the impact that has taken place, and therefore India is now going up even on the economic front from 10th position to 5th position, and we are headed to 3rd position. We are the fastest growing, largest economy in the world as per IMF. Morgan Stanley report has also spoken about the process of reformation that has taken place in the last 9 years. And all of these are actually a validation for the economic policies that have been followed by the government in the last 9 years.
Well, Shehzad, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18 and putting across your perspective to us.